Hi there, my name is Tercy Engelhardt, and I want to welcome you to the Unreasonably Grateful podcast, Living in Grace by Choice. So, if you're just listening for the first time, welcome. Great to have you here. However, you got here, trust that. If you've been listening for a while, welcome back. And it's always my hope as I share tidbits of wisdom I've gleaned from my now 40-year journey of recovering from living an addictive lifestyle for 20 years, healing from sexual abuse as a teenager, and then struggling with an eating disorder for 20 years. So, grateful to be where I am right now and grateful to have the opportunity to share with you. It's my prayer that you'll hear something that will help you take the next step. We all get these wisdom guidances throughout our life. And what I've learned is, as other people have shared them, they've aided me in my growth, becoming more of who I believe I was designed and created to be. And it's my hope that you'll hear something that will move you along and help you be more of the amazing person that you are. So, thankful that you're here. Let's see here. This particular episode is called Doing Without. Now, it certainly corresponds with we're in the Lenten season. This is the third week of Lent. And oftentimes, Lent is about letting go of our attachments or things we think we have to have or habits or whatever, those things that oftentimes are in the way of us being completely present or available for more love to flow through us. And it's certainly been my experience over my lifetime that letting go and doing without opens me up for more divine guidance. And so that's part of the reason why that's the focus of this particular episode. And then also, as you know, I've been sharing about my journey with my sister as she's been given this diagnosis and now is awaiting her pre-op appointment on Monday. So it's always like one step at a time. And that's such great wisdom for all of us. Like it's easy when we feel healthy and in control of our lives to think that we can see, a future far in front of us. But the reality is we all live one moment, one breath at a time. And if we can learn to just take the next step, it will certainly ease our anxiety, our concerns, our worries, and also keep us so that we're humble and we recognize it's not always just up to us, that perhaps there's a bigger picture. So, my sister right now is dealing with no water. She's got a broken pipe and she's lugging some water from her son's. But I've noticed that even in this situation, she has an amazing attitude. She texts me. It reminds me of when we're camping, where she and I, as young girls and sisters, just carried a lot of water on a bucket hanging from a pole, resting on our shoulders, or lugging them in our hands from a communal water source back to our campsite. And I just love that she can still see the bright side, create a memory that has her be less stressed about the fact that she doesn't have running water right now. And it reminds me of so many things. Like when I was talking to her, I was sharing with her about this video whenever I feel like, things are hard. And there's this video by a guy named Nick called No Arms, No Legs, No Worries. And it always humbles me because we take so much for granted. And while my sister does an amazing job of living really simply, um, I just think that idea that you and I are oftentimes looking at what do we need to have? How do we get it? How do we keep it? How do we care for it? And yet, doing without creates a space that, if it's not full of whatever it is we're filling our lives, our moments, our consciousness, our awareness with, there's more room for love to enter. And it's such a beautiful reminder. Um, right now there's a lot of conflict in the world, and we have friends who, they have family members that live in Israel, and they tell stories about, alarms going off and they have to get in a bunker. And I was talking to my granddaughter about the reality that feels so different than our reality. Or this morning, mentioning to her as we were milking cows that we're so fortunate to have been born into the families we were born into and live the lives we lived, when we could have a very different life. And yet, it's so easy to worry about our next step or question, um, our lives. And yet, we have so much to be grateful for, an unbelievable amount, no matter what the circumstances of our lives might be. And so, this particular week, I think I want to encourage you to do without something. Look and see, whatever it might be. Some people, it's like cleaning out closets and emptying off desks or counters. And sometimes it's giving up attachments to electronics, or maybe it's sweets, maybe it's food oriented, maybe it's whatever it might be. What's filling your life, perhaps unnecessarily? What could you do without that would create a vacuum or space and emptiness? Because love can't fill what's already full. And so during this season of emptying it, as we empty out, we create this opening for more love, more stillness, more divine insights, more guidance. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, a beautiful, beautiful time. And yet, we all resist doing without what we think we need, or doing without what we like, or giving up anything. We don't want to give up anything. We want to keep holding on to everything. So this week, I'm inviting you to do without something, do without a few things, and see if you can't notice in the space, in the emptiness that's created, that there's some powerful and divine guidance and wisdom. And yes, unconditional love expressing itself. And you can get out of the way and allow it to move through you. Okay? Have a beautiful week. I'll be here next week, and I look forward to seeing you then.